Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we went back to the same thing we had last week. Went back to the well. Not the well drink. Went back to the well and we had the bourbon cream again. And it was actually really, really tasty. I do like that bourbon cream and I'll buy some more next time I'm on vacation.
All right. Good for you.
Thank
you.
You
Ready? All right.
We're ready.
First is the lovely Dawn is in the house first. I don't think this is the first time, but it's a rare occasion. So we're going to take advantage of that. Next up,
you're not going to put people's names up there?
Geez,
and thank you for being a member, Dawn.
There. Okay, it says first.
Thank you for being a member.
La Lovely's in the house. How's it going? She was almost first.
Thank you for being a member.
Let's see. Got a lot going on there. Marvelous Mr. Howard was early, too. That's another good one. Go for it.
Oh, hi. I have no idea. Oh, there we are. There we are.
You want to say that, too?
Ciao.
All right. Dandy Diane's in the house. How's
Something that Mr. Magazine's not eating today again. He's another fasting diet.
I do like the fasting.
You just don't
My
like
problem is I eat too much on the weekends.
You just don't like the fish sausage.
Exactly. All right. Super Schmidt's in the house. How's it going? Marvelous Michael's always here.
Thank you for being a member.
Triple F's in the house.
Thank you for being a member.
Awesome Amazon's here.
Oh, been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say,
quite a while.
I haven't said that in a while. Yeah.
Everything is going very, very well. All right, everybody. Well, it's not going very, very well, but that's a whole nother story. How are sales? I forget what part of the show we were getting into.
Yep.
How are sales?
Here we go. We got Shopify is average, which is good. You know, it's getting me through these tougher times. Amazon's been pretty good. Sales are up, and I think we're going to have a really good Christmas season. Let's see what else we got. DVD sites average. But the big winner this week, surprisingly, is eBay.
Wow.
So I got a ton of graded cards in, 100 Michael Jordan cards and so forth, and we started listing them. And I feel like some were going for like $50 to $500. But then all of a sudden, we're getting more people making offers on higher end stuff. So a lot of items that are 100 to 500 are starting to sell now. So I don't know if it's an algorithm thing that eBay's allowing us to have more exposure to higher price items because we're selling higher price items. But I think our sales are up 10, 20% since last month. So It's not where I want to be, but I'm definitely happier than it not being down. So I will take that for eBay, and we're going to keep plugging away. I got some big deals in the works for, autographs and so forth for eBay stuff. So we will see what happens. And let's hear your story.
eBay is basically shut down. Apparently Mr. Magazine took all of my sales. Absolutely atrocious, terrible for about the last week and a half. I think I've had a couple of good days, and otherwise it's terrible. I think today I'm at about $130. Yesterday I was like at $102. Just horrible, horrible sales for 30,000 items listed. Just terrible. Believe it or not, the only thing that's really keeping me going right now is Whatnot. Whatnot sales are pretty good. I've been doing well enough on Whatnot. I cannot complain. Amazon, actually, I'm still 0% buy box. I'm still in Amazon jail. And I put Amazon on vacation before I left because I said, I'm going to be gone. If something sells on Thursday, by the time I get back on Monday, it's late. I said, I don't need to pile late shipping on top of all my other Amazon problems because that'll put me even further in the hole. So to sell that $6 book will cost me a lot of money in the long term. So I put Amazon on vacation the entire time I was gone.
Sounds like it's been on vacation before that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, and by the way, anyone watching the Yankees game, I know it's 1-0 Toronto right now. Just give me an update if the scores change. Thank you.
It was super easy too to put Amazon on vacation. Now it's just you click a button.
Oh, I thought you sell books on there and then they go on vacation.
Yes. My buyers apparently
whatever you put on doesn't sell.
My eBay buyers apparently went on vacation. But I was wondering about eBay with the terrible sales. Is it Amazon with them having their Prime days? Is that what's hurting it?
Yeah, that's definitely helping me.
Did I screw up the algorithm because I was listing constantly and I do have things scheduled to go up, but I wasn't on nearly as often for a few days. So is the algorithm getting reset on me? Could it be the economy with the government shutdown, all that stuff, the greater things?
Well, it's funny. I'm selling expensive items or old cheap items. So that, the $10 to $25 items, I'm not selling at all right now, or they're making low offers.
eBay glitches, who knows? I have no idea at all what's going on. 15 out of 17 though on Shopaholic yesterday over. So I didn't do a white glove sale, but came darn close. I can't argue with selling 15 out of 17. So we're happy with that. Promoted 13 out of 41. Offers report 170 offers out of 276 total. So the offers are still coming in, 269 last week. So despite being away, I actually got a few more offers, but the sales have been dreadful.
Gotcha.
Two a year ago, 105 a year before. 2 items on $1,000,000 Peddlers, 4 items on Etsy. So Etsy's down, and then 1 item on Biblio.
Well, Awesome Anique is in the house. Joyous Joy's here. Let's see what Fossil has to say.
Said it wasn't bad, but each day has been 50% less than the previous day, so not so good. Oof. Drew's week and take turns having a good week. I'd like to have a good week.
Jay-Z Jeff, how's it going? Marvelous Metal.
Sales suck. Thank you for being a member.
Danny Donald.
Have you considered changing your shipping policy to 5 or even 7 days when you'll be gone to a show? No. I did keep eBay up throughout. But again, just Amazon, I wasn't going to be getting a lot of sales anyway, being in Amazon jail, so I didn't really worry about it too much. I watch sports ball. There's some patriotic satisfaction knowing the Jays could beat the Yankees.
Well, I always, not that I bet against the Yankees, but I always prepare myself for the worst. So Toronto's probably going to win tonight.
There you go. And thank you for being a member. I took all of Fossil Forward's fine sales on eBay this week. Nice. Well, not nice, not for Fossil, but nice for you. Speaking of shows, I did go to Allentown. Ended up selling about $2,600 while I was there, but about $2,250 of that was dealer to dealer. So the dealers were all buying from me.
What kind of stuff were they buying?
Books, and one guy came by. I had 2 boxes real early in the show too. First day before the public, I had 2 boxes of Life magazines. He goes, "What do you need for both boxes?" Now, what would you sell 2 boxes of Life magazines for?
How many in each box, roughly?
Banker box, so we're not quite all the way filled.
God, I mean, I'd want to get 200, maybe 150. I don't know, 125.
I told him 100. I paid 15 cents a magazine, and I tried to run them through Whatnot, and they didn't sell.
Well,
so
good job.
I was like,
trust me,
$100.
if they're handing me 100, I'm taking the 100. Trust me.
I said $100. He goes, "Here you go. Let's see what I bought." And he took it off to his table. I'm like,
Wow.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So yeah, they were just buying me out of stuff. So that's good. I got a good idea of things to bring for the next show. So it was a lot of fun.
Good gas mileage on the way home then.
No, because I spent.
Oh, that's right.
I spent $1,200 on my own stuff and another $500 on Mr. Magazine stuff. So we ended up actually bringing a little more home than we left with. Figure that one out.
Super Sam is in the house. How's it going?
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything?
Well, let's see. Today, someone just came in with 200 pieces of Mario and Nintendo figures and toys and so forth. So that was kind of cool.
Those sell too.
Yeah, there was Hot Wheels, little figurines. It was all new box stuff, so it's going to be great for Amazon. Hopefully, it's all on there.
And hopefully you can get it on before they don't allow toys. Well, unless they're all new.
Well, they are all new, luckily, yeah. You can only list new now, I think.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But other than that, I got deals coming in every day, adult stuff all over the country. Tomorrow I'm going to an old video store that shut down a couple years ago. I'm buying the contents of the adult stuff, which is 6,000 pieces on Monday. But I also said I'd go tomorrow to look at all the other stuff.
But you have to return them all in a week, and they have to all be rewound.
Oh, great.
Be kind, rewind.
But there's lots of old movie posters. There's the stand-ups and the original mailers and stuff like that. There's like a 3D ET one, a lot of good VHS too. There's Faces of Death, which I think is a good one. Old Transformer, big box stuff, Transformer VHS. So I told her I'd bring a few tubs and maybe spend $500 to $1,000 tomorrow. So we'll see what happens then.
Are you bringing a couple of your employees a few tubs? That's not nice.
Monday I am, yes.
$1,200 an hour. Well, we tied, flipping room. We tied. I spent $1,200 there as well.
I spent $500. I didn't even go there.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Very cool.
250 Victorian trade cards. Nice. Looks to be repeated Q4. Sales have been terrible. 52,000 items, less than $20 in sales. Crazy. Okay, that's tough.
Crazy, yeah.
I got 33,000 items, and I haven't been doing too much. Ouch. About 100 plus heavy metal magazines.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Heavy metal as in the title, as opposed to the genre. Yeah. See?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Probably the title. Yeah. What are you good about Kerrang?
That's true. Number one issue is pretty decent now.
Yeah. You never asked how my buys were.
No, we know, but let's hear it.
Actually, I picked up the books from that 80-year-old guy. Comics, yep. I picked up the books from the 80-year-old guy. Now, it was funny because I'm like, I enjoy talking to the guy, but the problem is we sit down and we talk, and I kind of got to get everything loaded in the car. So I said, all right, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to tell him I like to talk with you, but the first thing I want to do is load the car. I get there, he goes, I got a doctor's appointment in an hour.
Oh, wow.
He turns around and walks away. I'm like,
Jesus.
oh, I started laughing. Horrible since September 20th, and eBay sent offers and sales and higher priced and even very long tail items. Too nice this week. Mr. Magazine is right about eBay pushing higher priced items.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's $50 to $500. Like not just the Jordan cards and the graded cards, so autograph stuff, signed books, just weird. What do we have in the bolo? Some music device that was 150. Yeah, just weird stuff. But yeah, I can't complain. It came at the right time. Trust me.
Yeah, so I ended up talking with them some, but I got the car loaded first. The car is still loaded with stuff. I was going to put a bunch of it in the shed. Next door is getting the roof done. I'm like, I don't want to be walking in and out of, out of the shed, having to listen to the roofing going on and all that stuff. I said, it could sit in the car for a couple more days. No big deal. Yeah, so $1,200 at Allentown. And then tomorrow's a church sale. Sunday is antique show down at Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes Antique Show I'll be going to. And on Saturday, not going to a show, but I'm going over to, you ever been to Bristol Mountain?
No, I never skied.
Neither have I, but Bristol Mountain is having a fall festival. So we're going over there. You can actually go up on the, I'm going to call them the gondolas. I know that's not the ski lift, I guess it is. You can go up in the ski lift and look at the fall foliage and everything as well.
I always wanted to go to the Bristol Motel.
Where that at?
515.
Jamaica Queens.
Fair check that one.
Trying to cross list the Poshmark for 2 days and it keeps airing. Oof.
Wow.
Well, I remember I had that where Macari was going to do cross listing, and then as soon as I tried that, I got an error, and I go, not doing that. Glitch of the week. Well, a few of them. eBay sent out items. You watch items on eBay, right?
Do I? Like I'm going to buy?
Well, like search terms.
Watching? Yeah.
Yeah. So there are various things that I watch. Usually I get the email, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It came in today at 2:57 p.m.
I don't think mine did because I see mine usually when I'm in a sauna at the gym, it comes through. So mine was still normal time in the morning.
Yeah, 257 base sales in a 90-day time period. Some days are better than others, but in the end, it's about 90 days. Oh, hello, Matthew. Welcome in. Yeah, probably, but it's not helping me today. Actually, my sales had gotten up to 29,000 and some in a 90-day period, and they're down to 26,000. I do know because I watched that number, and it's down to 26 because I was trying to hit 30 over a 90-day period, and I didn't make it. So we got to try again. Yeah, so they sent the items out at 3 p.m. instead of 7 a.m. So obviously something's glitching on that definitely. Over there. And
maybe they did it by sales. Like the most sales, you get it at 7.
Oh, I
your
see.
Sales are down, you get it in the afternoon.
Yeah, now that I looked at it, and it was actually my watch list from 7 days ago. Another, absolutely. Another glitch, me trying to find the turnpike over in Pennsylvania, 4 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden they had construction going on and a detour, and turnpike this way. I get to the bottom of the exit ramp, and I'm sitting there, go left, right, or straight, and I'm like, where? And Mrs. Paperboy saw a sign saying forward, but they didn't have anything illuminated or illustrated, so I was able to go forward and spoiler alert, I made it home.
What I hate is, and this happens lately because we're going on trips every weekend to see my kid, but when you're leaving to go home, like for some reason, like the map is glitching, the MapQuest or the Google map, whatever we're using, like it glitches and it's frozen. Like, all right, let's just guess. I think we came in right. Let's go this way to get to Express.
Yeah, see, I didn't even use Google Maps. I just used the street signs, which we ended up getting home, so that worked. I figured worst case scenario, I could pull over and figure it out, but I don't want it running at that time in the morning.
Right.
And remember how a couple of weeks ago I said that Whatnot was glitching because I couldn't do a raid? Mm-hmm. Turns out you need phone space to do a raid. If you don't have enough space on your phone, you cannot do a raid, which doesn't make any sense at all to me because it's their app, but you need to have space on the phone to do a raid. Because I tried to do a raid yesterday and I couldn't do it. So I went on and did a search on it. I deleted a whole bunch of stuff because I was on a raid train at night.
Yeah.
And I was able to do the raid train no problem at night once I deleted to give enough space on my phone. So
is that like an old thing, Map? I always call it MapQuest, but it's like
it sounds like
Maps,
a foliage, MapQuest,
Waze. Like, I think there's Waze and Google Maps are the most popular now. You know, I don't use MapQuest anymore, but I still call it that.
She's just laughing at it. She's just laughing at us today. Kind of crazy over here. Yeah, yep. Lab paper. You need room. That's why I wasn't able to raid a couple of times in a row. I did not have enough memory space on my phone.
What do you do? Delete videos? I mean, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. Well, because I had all the videos, not all, but I had the videos up for the haul videos. I just downloaded them all to Dropbox and then delete them off my phone, so we're good to go.
Cool.
No site changes that I saw, but we do have the item of the week. Who is this, Mr. Magazine?
Well, being an ex-drummer, it's Gene Krupa, of course.
I picked this up over at Springfield, and that is signed. That indeed is signed by him. This was on somebody's dollar table. You absolutely never know what you can find on people's dollar tables. People don't necessarily want to deal in autograph photos because they can't give COA. It is his signature. There's no doubt at all about it. Or they don't bother to look to see the photos are signed. So they pick up a pile of photos. And they throw it off in a pile and try to get $1 each out of them.
I gotta say this because it amazes me that some of this stuff is common sense, though. Like even if you've been doing paper for a while and you don't deal in autographs, who's forging that? You could tell it's an old signature.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ink and so forth. Who's forging Gene Krupa at any point in time in his career?
Right.
You forge Elvis, or you would forge, I don't know.
Right. You would not have forged this.
Even, or you know.
The only way this would have been forged in 1950 is. I go to New York City. My son's a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
I forgot to get it autographed.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So I grab a picture and I sign it. And say, oh, he sent to Tommy. He loves you.
Yeah, right.
Other than that, no, you're not doing
even on the adult stuff only site, we put a bunch of autographed celebrities, adult celebrities, and they're like the B-level celebrities or new young ones that had just entered the field. Yeah. And we had to take like 5 of them off because they could be forged. And I'm thinking like, who's forging them? And one of them's personalized. I go, someone forged Dave to Dave, you know, and what I forgot the girls' names. There's like 3 or 4 different girls. I'm like, these are $20 signatures. Wouldn't they forge Seika or like someone more popular? It just doesn't make sense.
You can make fun of us.
It's common sense.
You can make fun of us.
Good times.
All right. Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine only had one that he sent me this week.
Busy weekend.
I didn't get any offers, so I can't really call any of them insulting. Russian Playboy Kim Kardashian graded 9.6, $755. He got a $200 offer. I think you sold it elsewhere.
I was going to say, if you watched the Bolo from today, I don't know when it's going to be out.
2 weeks.
We did sell it for a lot more than it.
There you go. There you go. Countdown to Brimfield. Well, first we got to empty the car. Let's put it that way. We got to empty the. Oh, my goodness. It's Confucius Joke of the Week, Mr. Magazine.
It sure is.
Who saw that coming?
Can I do this?
You look happy. Confucius is at a restaurant again.
Oh, I'm glad I'm worth that. Wow.
Same as Roger Moore.
Don't say that. My family's going to start stealing my signatures or my checkbook.
Same as Roger Moore, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. So Confucius is at a restaurant. Said to the waiter, "Excuse me, waiter, is there soup on the menu?" "No, sir. I think that's mustard."
That's good.
Now I have a question. Why does Confucius keep going back to that same restaurant?
It's a good one.
It's the one where coffee tastes like soap.
I like it because I like soup. I like a nice, thick, hearty soup. You know, but not mustard.
Not
soup.
Mustard. No, mustard soup.
I think I've had any soup offered to me except I just can't eat the broccoli and cheddar. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
I like cheddar. I like broccoli. I just don't like it together for whatever reason.
There we are. See, even got a ha out of Dawn on that one.
Wow.
Even got
just a one ha.
One ha.
Any update, Dawn, on the game? There's got to be an update, no?
One ha. There we are.
Oh, yeah, good.
All right, customer issues. Mr. Magazine had a Batmobile and Joker Ertl van. Apparently, when Mr. Magazine shipped it out, it kind of came away from the bubble That happens sometimes no matter how well you pack it. They're old bubbles and it's the old glue and they don't necessarily sit right and they get jostled. I mean, it can happen.
Well, I did ask my employees, usually if they see it when they're pulling it out of the box, we usually try to glue it and we clamp it down so it looks as legit as new as possible, but this time it must have happened in transit or they didn't catch it.
So the guy was complaining and Mr. Magazine offered a return. I don't have time for all that. I'll take it as a loss of the chin. You should really think through what needs to be done when packaging items. Really careless, bud. I'll keep it. You keep your little money. I'll just not buy from you again. That easy, buddy.
I hope we banned him. There's someone else I wanted to ban too. Who was the other guy?
I told that
the TV guy.
That easy buddy. I told eBay overpriced. They will accept. What? I don't even know what that he went off the rails there at the end. Guy has 6 positives. I decided we probably didn't need future business from him.
I was going to send you another one because it just happened before I left to come here. But the guy bought a record on eBay, $10-12. I don't know, 33 RPM. And he was complaining that it got dinged around and we didn't pack it good. We got to pack it better. Now, you've seen Mrs. Paperboy. Everyone pack these things. We have the record mailers, which is pretty durable cardboard. Sleeved it. There's a thin bubble wrapping and cardboard insert. How much more would you want? And especially for 10 now, if it was 50 or 100, we would put more cardboard in there, of course. But like, how is it not? I guarantee that's better than 99% of the people that sell records,
Yep.
So,
Mr. Magazine sold a Wyatt Earp folding pistol pocket knife and went overseas. It got returned because whatever country can't have a Wyatt Earp folding pistol pocket knife.
So we got it back at some point, right?
Or it's on its way back.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So my thought is, Mr. Magazine, when you sell a Wyatt Earp folding pistol pocket knife, you should have your listers know that things that are replicas of guns and pocket knives and lighters, for that matter, can't go to various countries, so you should have them set up a listing that excludes international for those sorts of items.
Very good.
So do not try to send a Wyatt Earp folding pistol pocket knife overseas.
You used to love saying it.
I do like saying.
You read the Confucius?
Man who eat many prunes sit on toilet many moons. Nice.
Good.
With Eric not here, I guess Matthew, you can take the part of Eric, playing the part of Eric.
It's funny, when I first got here, I sat on Paperboy's toilet for many moons, but I didn't eat any prunes.
I'm sorry. Well, you're on a fast.
Of course.
Mr. Magazine, now one thing in Mr. Magazine, and I can't fault him for this. He claims to be busy. And a lot of times people will sit there and they'll email him things and you can't really tell what the buyers are trying to get at. And so Mr. Magazine had some stuff up for sale. And apparently they wanted to buy one item at Buy It Now and a couple of items at auction, but they didn't explain that to him. So he said, well, just bid on the item.
Right.
They didn't sell. The person didn't bid on them. They didn't sell. Mr. Magazine lists things into the store, but he lists things into the store a few days later or a day later, whatever it is. There's some period of time.
Right.
Well, this guy bought the one item, Buy It Now, and then's like, you got to cancel this item because the other items didn't get bid on and they've disappeared off your site. And so rather than saying, hey, nobody bid on these, are you going to be relisting them? How can we work this out? Right. He immediately jumps from 0 to 60, screaming at you. Kind of crazy. Oh, hello, Antiquarian. Thank you for being a member.
Awesome Antiquarians in the house.
We've been getting sports cards returned from eBay, not for authentication, but for inspection, stating minor differences than listing.
They happened, the one I think we mentioned it somewhere around the condition of it or something. I think, the Wayne Gretzky Peachy rookie. My lister listed it as good, which I think is a 2 or a 3. And it came back to any which way. It was raw at the time, but they returned it to us saying it's authentic, but we feel it's not as good as the condition grade that we visually gave it. So,
yep.
So we solved it by getting it graded.
There you go. Interesting other things. Hey, thanks to all of the subscribers. Saw a lot of people over at Allentown, and it was a lot of fun. One of these days, Mr. Magazine, you got to go out to a show. A lot of people came up. It was really cool. I was walking around the show, Mr. Magazine, and looking at various dealer tables. And all of a sudden, one dealer said, hey, I know you. You're on YouTube. And I said, oh, yeah. He said, yeah. He goes, this is the first time I ever set up at the show. And for my research, I watched your videos, and it's really helped me a lot on
Wow.
the show and how to set up and how to do things.
Cool.
So that was really, really cool. And then another guy came up to the table and goes, "Oh, you're that YouTube guy." I go, "Yeah, Mr. Beast. How you doing?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." And so he was talking about, again, how the show, how the haul video showing the show and all that with all the advice really helped him, was just because it was his first time at Allentown. So he was really, really happy
Did anyone
about
ever
that.
come up and say, "Hey, I know you. I'm a comedian now because I watch you guys"?
That has not happened yet. Yeah, he was wearing a Confucius outfit. It was weird.
Homer and Jethro concert live tour in 1962.
Exactly. So we will be having another haul video up. It is sitting over in Dropbox as we speak. Random Neighborhood Kid. Get this. It's Random Neighborhood Kids this weekend. Now, I've got the Chicken Wing Festival to put up.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Springfield to put up, and I've got Allentown to put up.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
3 videos.
Yep.
I tell him we got to get these videos up. He decides it's more important to spend his 4th anniversary with his girlfriend up in Thousand Islands than help me put videos up. Right?
Now, is this 4-day anniversary?
No,
4
4
weeks,
year.
4 months, 4 years.
4 years. He's been dating a
4
girl
hours, 4 hour. Oh, I can't say that.
He's been dating a girl for 4 years, and he'd rather go to Thousand Islands with her than sit here and put videos
He's
up.
had a lifetime to be with her.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you. I'm glad somebody's on my side on this one over here. Was a lot of fun being at the show. It was it's hard to explain, but I kind of felt like a family with all the other dealers and everything, and everybody was, camaraderie and a fraternity, and everybody was really, really great.
I think he should show her 4 islands this year, and then next year show her 5 islands and 6 and so forth, like different ones. And I don't know what that, if they live to 100, I don't know how many, but you might be able to get to 1,000.
There you go. Well, yeah, with AI and the advances in medical care, of course. Yes, no problem. And I'll definitely be doing April.
How'd you meet her?
What?
How'd you meet her?
Nice. I see what you did there. Yeah, so I'll be doing the April show. I already paid for the April show, so that should be great, and a lot of fun. Did have
I gotta take a break. I'm thinking of stuff. Sorry, go on. I'll try to be more mature.
I did have another guy come up to the stand, and he goes, "Oh, I subscribed to your channel. You're the guy with the screechy voice at the beginning of the videos."
You do not say that.
I swear to God.
My God.
He goes, "You're the guy with the screechy voice
That's
at the beginning of the videos." He goes, "I just turn the volume down, and I wait for you to get done talking, and Mr. Magazine to say something, and I turn the volume back up."
I already wasted my last. Darn it.
But that was a lot of fun. Did you see this, Mr. Magazine? Cool Kicks.
Let me guess. They sell sneakers.
They do.
Okay.
They do. Sell on Whatnot and other places, I'm sure. They got arrested by from the FBI.
There's shady stuff going on. Wasn't there another shoe company that left eBay to go onto Whatnot or something? They had an in with Nike and was getting like stolen ones or fake promos or something. All right, go ahead.
I think allegedly the story was they were buying. That place was buying shoes that were sent out to various people that weren't really supposed to be sold, or maybe were, but they couldn't prove the provenance or whatever. I don't know. Who knows?
See, Don thinks I'm great.
But yeah, they got arrested by the FBI for allegedly having stolen Nike shoes and clothing from an LA train heist. What is this, 1920?
Holy cow.
Lufthansa
heist.
$500,000 worth. So 2,000 pairs of shoes allegedly stolen.
So has this business been? And when did that happen? I guess this is where I'm getting.
He just got arrested 3 days ago.
Because I'm saying, has he been selling them for 5 years? Because it's going to take you a long time to sell $500,000. I would think, unless you got a big crew. I don't know, but man, it's crazy. And how do you think you're not going to get caught on that?
I don't know.
Or whacked if it's Goodfellas.
That's true. Don't spend the money. My internet's gonna be down tomorrow sometime between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Oh, nice.
Because they have to do emergency upgrades. Now, why they don't do that 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. when normal people are not on the internet, I don't know. Why they got to do it in my prime working time? Another thing, and I got to thank Mr. Magazine for this. So, Mr. Magazine has this habit that if you talk to him and he's not interested at all in what you are saying, he does this.
Okay, that was years ago when I was like 20. Yeah,
It's really,
I
really
definitely don't do
annoying.
that. I don't look like okay.
He does his teeth together, his lips like that. And it gets super annoying. So you'll be sitting there talking. Oh, hello, John. Go ahead. Click on the next one. Been arrested numerous times at the FBI. I've never convicted. There you are.
Good.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a member, John. So I was saying something to Mrs. Papergoy the other day. And don't you know, right in the middle of what I was saying, I look over and she's doing this.
It's catchy. It's catching the world by storm.
So if you see Mr. Magazine, he decides, I just hope everybody does that to him when he goes to the bank. I can't believe something must have happened. My account's overdrawn. And he looks up and the teller's going,
Exactly. You look like the bitter beer face guy.
Wait, new story at a big shop postcard dealer's busted for steal. There you are. There you
You're
are.
making fake ones. Fake Santa postcards.
See, the cat does that when he scratches the back. There you are.
Yeah.
And he does the noise too. It's so annoying. It really is
I think I
annoying.
stopped 25 years ago.
Speaking of Eric Parent, he's not here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we
I
are.
didn't realize that. Okay.
You haven't seen any inappropriate comments.
Oh, that is true. Good point.
Yeah, there we are. And we got some great guests coming up as well. Mr. Buys a Lot. I just got him booked for December. My people had to talk to his people. So we are booked in December with him. November, we have Finders Flippers and Turner Postcards. Remember Turner?
I do.
Yeah, he will be back on again as well. I know everybody loved Turner. We did see him over at Allentown, and I got him to commit to be on the show as well. October, Consignment Chats will be on in 2 weeks. The girls from Consignment Chats, they're always fun. And we have a special guest next week. So I was at Allentown and talking to the dealer across from me when all of a sudden this gentleman comes up to me and says, hey, I watched the show. I'm really a big fan. I love your show. I said, oh, well, thank you. We started talking for a couple of minutes. He hands me his business card, and he is Mr. Bigfoot from Thrift Hunters from Spike TV. So he was 2 years over on Spike TV on the show Thrift Hunters. Talked to him for a few minutes. I said, would you mind doing the show? He goes, I could do that. So we're going to be having a TV star on next week. So that should be a lot of fun as well. He was doing a lot of thrift stuff out in Las Vegas back in the day.
I thought you were going to talk about the guy that knows me.
I didn't. Go ahead.
Oh, nah, it's better if you tell. I wasn't there.
So Vintage Sports Flips was also at Allentown, and we've had him on the show as well. We will be appearing in his show at some point in the future. He's got a new show where he has a guest on once a month. He's booked out for a while, but he will reach out when he gets an opening for that. And he was partners with a guy over at his booth. So I start talking to the guy at his booth, mentioned I'm from Rochester. He goes, I used to know a guy I used to deal with up in Rochester. And he mentioned Mr. Magazine. And I started laughing, and I said, he's my partner on the YouTube channel. And how did you know this gentleman? What happened?
So, man, it must have been 15, 20, probably 20 years ago, I think, because my dad was still alive. And I think it happened. Yeah. So about 20 years ago, selling on eBay, Mickey Mantle stuff, autograph stuff. He was buying some stuff from me, and he thought the price weren't going for as much as they should. And he goes, hey, I know these people at American Memorabilia. I think they're based in Las Vegas. He goes, they do consignments, like Heritage and stuff. He goes, they'd love to see your stuff. I'll tell them about you. So I kind of gave him an idea of what I had, American Memorabilia, and they fronted me $5,000, and I sent them out about $70,000 worth of stuff. And then over time, I got some payments here and there, and then the payment stopped. And then they ended up screwing me and went belly up, and I lost about 50 grand. After it was all said and done, legally I got about 20 to 25,000 back, but I was still out 50 grand. So I got screwed. It was some good autograph stuff too back in the day, probably worth 3 times that now. But he was the middleman because he knew them and he wasn't involved in it. But,
Right.
He felt bad even then, and even now he was telling
he
people he felt bad. And again, it's 20 years ago, and you just got to move on from it. It happens. Cost of doing business. I could take the hit better now than back then because it was probably a good chunk of what we were making at the time. So
small world though, very, very small world, definitely. Oh, say hi to Jackie Jacks.
Jackie Jacks,
thank you for being a member, Jackie Jacks. Mr. Magazine, out of everybody on our show, and by people on our show, I mean you and me, Random Neighborhood Kid, Mr. Paperboy, I mean guests we've had on, and I mean our chat people. Who do you think is the most controversial person out of all of that?
You mean like Auction Professor?
Oh, that would be a choice.
Okay, Auction Professor.
Eric Parent is our most controversial person.
How do we know this?
because multiple people came up to me at Allentown to talk, and they wanted to talk about Eric.
Okay.
And somebody said, I absolutely love when he comments. He has great comments. And somebody else goes, I cringe every single time he comments because I never know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
So without a doubt, Eric is our most controversial,
All right.
loved and hated person on the entire thing. So I see a YouTube channel for him. We'll spin him off. He'll be like Maude or the Jeffersons, a spin-off show. Moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up. There you go. That does work.
Let's just move on.
I'm the guy that screeches in the middle of the show. You don't remember. That's my shtick.
Yeah.
And I pretend to sing bad too. So I had a Whatnot auction, Mr. Magazine, yesterday with postcards.
Okay.
And most of the St. Patrick's Day, my birthday, you can get me gifts, had pigs on them. Do you know why? Why there were pigs on the St. Patrick's Day postcards?
I really don't know.
I didn't know either.
Okay.
And so I looked it up. Apparently, during Lent, they weren't supposed to eat pork. And the Irish were big Catholics back in the day. A lot of Irish weren't supposed to, but they were allowed on St. Patrick's Day to eat pork. And so they put the pig on there for that. And the pig was also a symbol of good luck.
Wow. Okay.
So that was why the pigs were on the St. Patrick's Day postcards. See, we learn a little bit. There we are. Hey, this week, and it'll be sooner rather than later with the atrocious sales I've had over on Whatnot, or on eBay, I mean, I'm going to hit $1 million in listed inventory over on eBay.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I'd like to
No,
not.
I don't have a lot more. I only got about 3 times that, sadly.
Because you're selling things.
Well,
they're selling as fast as you can list them.
I don't think so.
They're selling as fast as you can. Yeah, they were, Jackie Jack. Yep. Nah, I'm pretending to sing bad. I can belt it out like Pavarotti if I want to. My 12-year-old came with me to Allentown, just saw my phone and said, hey, I just met that guy. Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I gave him some life advice too. Ham and cabbage for St. Patty. There you are. So have you noticed when you log in or when you go onto eBay on the first page, they're pushing eBay Live?
I haven't noticed. Well, I'm being yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't believe that. Yeah, I have noticed. Yeah. Is that what you want to hear? I told you what you wanted to hear.
No, I really don't. No. If you're on the phone, you can see it, but also if you go on the main page of eBay, a lot of times it has all the eBay Live auctions. You know what I noticed, Mr. Magazine?
What's that?
They had 6 auctions out across. They were selling cards or ripping packs or doing whatever. 2 different times I looked. The low number of people I saw in a room, take a guess what the low number of people that I saw in a room on eBay. So we're talking 12 total auctions that I saw up. One was like, we'll say 6 o'clock in the evening, and the other was say 10 o'clock in the morning. So it wasn't like, I wasn't on at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You're not telling me what was in what they're selling.
I don't remember. Well,
okay.
they were card breaks. Or they
like,
were, there were 6 different ones, though. Okay. So there was a mix.
They got to be popular, I'm guessing.
So guess the low and the high.
The lowest 248 and the highest 1,500.
The low was 3.
3 people?
Yeah.
Oh, not 300?
And the high was 37.
Oh, wow. I'm way off. Wow, eBay sucks. Oh, my God. eBay sucks. Whatnot should buy them out for $12. $12. I think that's fair, right? eBay Live, $12.
People are talking about, when eBay Live opens up, it's not going to be all and end all. I get higher than that in my Whatnot auctions, and I'm a schlub.
Yeah, me too. In my crappy record auctions, I'm always complaining about. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, 3 to 37, wow. And it was out of 12 auctions because 6 and 6.
They couldn't have done well. I mean, unless they're bringing like the best 7 people or 3 people.
Yeah,
the best
3 biggest
card
spenders,
buyer.
3 biggest spenders in the world. Yeah, 3 to 37. I was flabbergasted.
That is crazy.
There's a word you don't hear nearly often enough.
No.
Flabbergasted. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we got a good thing going over on Whatnot. Okay. Buenos ding dong diddly dias. Pedalerinos. Hello, jackass. Been a long time. You jackass.
Do we have a Google Translate for that?
I think he's trying to do a like a Flanders from Simpsons. Some takeoff on that, I would think. But yeah, 3 to 37. That's crazy. some point I'm going to be revisiting my 10 a.m. Tuesday whatnot auctions
Okay.
because I had 10 a.m. Tuesday and 4 p.m. Tuesday. I had holiday postcards, and I did much better at the 4 p.m. Tuesday than at the 10 a.m. And if I had brought all that inventory to the 4 p.m., I think I would have done much better. 10 a.m. Tuesday is just a tough time. So I'm thinking what I might end up doing is just doing away with that and doing the 4 p.m. Tuesday, but making them longer auctions. So I'll revisit that near the end of the year, beginning of next year, and see on that.
Oh yeah. Am I doing the rambling story?
Yeah.
I need a pen because I'm gonna forget. I already forgot it twice. I'm like distracted trying to remember. This is sad.
Oh my gosh. Well, you take that over the show for a minute.
Do we want to do the rambling again now? Right now, while it's fresh, like last week?
All right. Hold on. We're doing an emergency breaking news. Breaking news. Mr. Magazine with the rambling story.
This was just on my mind because I'm flabbergasted. So, am I going with this now?
The rambling story of the week.
So my shoulder's bad. I had it looked at. The surgeon said I need surgery. The rotator cuff is pulled. It's torn. I don't know if it's fully torn. I don't think it is because my pain's very minimal. So I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm doing the PT stretches and so forth. Weight exercise. They taught me at PT like certain exercises at the gym I can do. So I'm trying to avoid it because it's 6 months to 12 months. Anyways, my massage therapist said you should do acupuncture. She worked on her carpal tunnel. It went away, and a lot of people love acupuncture. It's like a chiropractor. You love them or hate them or whatever. So she gave me someone, and then my wife said, well, if you use this one that she recommends through the hospital, insurance covers it. I go, okay. So I've been putting it off for a week or two. I finally called today, and they put me on hold twice, and then they go, oh, let me see what date we can get you. I'm going to schedule you right now. I'm waiting for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then she gets back on. I'm still checking the schedule. I'll be right back. Another 5 minutes goes by. She gets on the phone. She says, okay, we don't have nothing tomorrow or Friday, but the next opening is early January.
No. Oh.
How does that happen? Like, that's crazy, right? I said, I don't think that's going to work. I need to have this looked at and fixed sooner than later. I mean, I might be having surgery by then if I waited that long.
That's true.
So I just thought that was crazy, and I want to get out there before I forget that one.
And while you were on the phone, did you ask him about
memory
general for the ADD diagnosis?
I did not yet, but I'm going to do that. I really am. Just like, remember when I said I was going to do whatnot 3 years ago and I didn't?
That's true.
I eventually did it 2 years later. So.
That's true. That is true. Let's see if people are. The going gets weird. The weird turn pro. There we are. Oh, there we are. Relaunching. Baseball reference soon. All righty. Oh. There you are.
Yeah, that's my wife said I should have done, yeah.
Or we could probably, I've got a better idea. I won't even charge you the copay, and I'll get an acupuncture kit. How hard can it be to stick needles in you?
I thought you get one of those old brushes that have the needles with the little orange balls at the end and just keep pushing it here. Yeah.
There are certain people that that I've got dolls of that I've been sticking needles into for years. So how hard can it be to stick the needles right into you?
Yeah.
How hard can that possibly be? At one of these points, I will be going over on DibDit. Just found out, talked to Breeze Flipper, who's been on the show before. You cannot do a co-host show on Android. So I got to find the iPad that I have somewhere around the house and use that for the co-host show, but I can do the regular shows over on Android.
Wow.
Yep. And let's see. Oh, speaking of whatnot, tomorrow, 11 a.m. raid train, the $3 raid train, $3 Thursday raid train, 4 p.m. tomorrow. I've got a great holiday book. So if you like holiday books, definitely do stop by for that. Should be a lot of fun on that. Saturday, remember how I was telling you that hotels were super expensive over in Hornell?
And I know firsthand from going to hotels every weekend.
Well, somebody I know down that way just said they just checked Expedia and they're down to about $180, $160. So apparently it must be getting close enough.
You're not going to get less than $150, I don't think.
Well, remember it was $333.
Oh yeah.
So it's down to $180.
I mean, the cheapest of the cheap, unless you're Fleabag, motels maybe. But
oh yeah, but I would $150. I don't mind. The $333, right. I don't. Yeah. However, I can't go down there after all. So it's a good thing the prices were so high. I'm on Ephemerama at 6:30 p.m. and I don't really want to be sitting on the hotel Wi-Fi doing a show. Bring my crap down to the show and do it. And then at 8 o'clock, I have a Disney auction. So I guess I won't be going down there anyway. I'll be doing that. So I guess it was good that they were price gouging. Not legally price gouging, just charging way too much for a hotel room in Hornell, New York. $3 Thursday starts at 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you stop on by. And now we're going to head on into the main topic, Mr. Magazine. Which resellers will be helped and which will be hurt by artificial intelligence?
I snuck a peek into this one. This is a tough one. I don't have all week to think about it like you do, but I guess I could if I clicked on $1 Million Peddlers, maybe. Man, I gotta think like people selling more common, newer, trending items.
Are they helped or hurt?
It would help them. Popular items, more, things that would come up in common searches instead of like your 1760 something book that you listed. Like you're not gonna get much help from AI listing that, I guess. Does that make sense? Where if you had Stephen King's new book that just came out, boom, 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 you can listen in 2 seconds. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know how.
Probably just off a picture.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and exactly. You can do that now. I guess my guy's trying to figure that out for some of our stuff. It may work. I think there's one program you need 3 pictures of an item though, so it can't be a flat. But
right.
But yeah, I mean, I would think just more popular, trending, current items, would have more help than obscure stuff.
Who's going to be hurt?
The people
that don't have those.
Well, yes, exactly.
Thanks.
Well,
that is some deep insight,
like
right
stamps there. And coins, or how about conditions? Different conditions too. That might be something where, if you have a VG coin or something, they may not have one in their database to find a VG coin. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know, but I don't know how. I know it's pretty extensive, but I don't know to what extent as far as the collectibles field is. But yeah, you got me on that one. That's a tough.
Yeah, you sound like a kid that just got called into the book report over the summer and you forgot to read it.
Exactly. And I'm sure when you're selling your napkin from JoJo's Diner from 1958, AI might have trouble with some of those. Because how many times do we say in a bowl is like, it's probably the only one in the world, they're all thrown out. Well, you're not going to get much help with that. Where if I have a, Josh Allen rookie and there's 100,000 of them, I got a lot more, luck on my side pulling that one up.
That would be true. Ephemerama 29 this Saturday. Lots of Halloween and more. Stop on by 6:30 p.m. Papergoy. Hey, thanks for being a member. Fashionably late. There you go. Embellishes the script. AI always embellishes the description. Since I sell a lot of used collectibles, it hurts me.
Well, how about a postcard? Say you got a postcard of like Niagara Falls. There could be 100,000 different postcards of Niagara Falls.
Well, and that was. I noticed, and the reason why I'm doing this as the topic this week, I'm working on the 1966 top set. And a couple of years ago, 5, 7, 8 years ago, I was working on it. And you would type in 1966 tops L Downing card 562.
Yeah.
You might find 2. Now, 12, 15, 20, 30.
And we're grading even more, probably. Could be double or triple, yeah.
And it's because all the artificial intelligence is hitting the postcards and it's hitting the sports cards. So if you are a small seller in those categories, good luck to you, because your items, unless you're dealing with the obscure, different story.
Right.
If all I do is sell, 1890s baseball, I'll do fine. I'll do absolutely fine on that because that's truly rare.
Right.
But if I'm selling, 1960s commons, I'll get lost. I got to compete on price is the only thing I possibly can do. I go to the show and I pick up 2 1966 commons and I say, oh, let me sell these.
Yeah.
Good luck to me. I'll never get found, or I will get found, but there's 82 other people there. Same thing with common postcards. So I think I see the writing on the wall for those categories. It's going to be very, very difficult for those categories. So then you have to think, what other categories is it going to hit next? Comic books. Comic books are easily enough because you have a database.
Yeah.
And so where are you going with Marvel 2-in-1 16? There's going to be 60 of them on there because people will be able to list them very, very quickly.
Right.
Very quickly. Yeah. So I think that's who it's going to.
Well, that forces you to sell it cheaper, like even using a repricer, so to speak, as long as you're not selling it for a penny, but yeah, it's crazy.
So that. I think that the old dealers, and by that I mean people that are elderly, and no disrespect, you're 65 years old, you probably don't need to worry, because I was talking to a couple of old dealers that at Allentown that still don't even sell on eBay. Mm-hmm. they're just going to be setting up at physical shows until they decide they don't want to set up at physical shows anymore. They don't have to worry.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be interesting on the buying side of things, because even at the show, people were sitting there Google lensing stuff, and it's going to get to the point that it's going to be in the glasses, and you're going to literally just look at an item, push a button. Quality cards trumps price.
Well, another problem too, and I don't know how eBay is, but I know Amazon in the adult DVD marketplace has this issue. Amazon was worse years ago, but they didn't want you listing your own listing separate from other ones. So if someone had a pack of 6 Duracell C batteries and you had them, and you put yourself separately, it's technically a violation, and they could end it. Yep. They want everyone listing, if it's the same condition, the same product, they want them listing all off the same one there, which then again, you're competing, have to price them cheaper. Then I can put my own up. It might come up higher in search for more money, and I might sell it. Then they went away with it, but I think they're going to bring that back out again now, especially with the AIs. I'm guessing they're going to, it's always been there. I think they're going to enforce it more. And then when we were starting to grow a little bit on adult DVD marketplace a couple years ago, say we had 5 of the same DVD. Well, we would have 5 listings up there because we list them at different times. So there are different date codes, different boxes. And well, people were complaining, other dealers that were smaller than me, that they go to list theirs and I have the first 10 up because I'm the cheapest. And then theirs would be after that on the next page. So I had to stop doing that. So the only thing we could really do is say I had 5 new condition, DVD number 1, we're going to call it. I had to put 5 different conditions on it to list it. So even though it was VG, it was new, I had to put it in VG, a second one for a little less, like new for a little less. And that saves that issue. But again, with the AI stuff now, it could all change. You see what I'm saying? But how does eBay have that? It's just, they don't have anything.
They don't have it at this point. No, I compare Better Lister to the bulk eBay listing tool for the amount of time it takes to list 100 postcards, and difference in time was negligible. Okay. So what's going to end up happening too is it's going to be the glasses, and they're literally just going to walk up to your table and push a button on the side of the glasses, and they're going to get a price that comes up. Oh, that sells for $35. He's asking 10 on it, and they're going to be buying the stuff. Yeah. Now, other people that aren't going to be hurt by it, we're not going to be hurt by it for a couple of different reasons. Number one, say that happens at every single sale that I go to from now till the end of time. I've got enough backstock to last me for a while. Yeah. So I'm not too concerned about it. Number two, I've built up enough of a network and enough people that aren't going to be doing that. They may check a couple of items up, but when you go to a dealer's table and he's just got a big box of stuff all mishmash there, and he says, "You're taking this box for me, $20. He didn't go through every single item when he did. He just didn't. And when you're dealing with ephemera, as Mr. Magazine was saying, a lot of the stuff is uncommon and rare enough that it is one of a kind. Right. What's AI going to tell you? AI is not going to find it. It's just not going to know what it is.
Does it work this way, though? Would it find something similar, like a similar word, a similar year, just to give you something? Or is it going to say no searches? Nothing in searches.
It'll give you different things, but it could be way off. It could be way off of what it gives you at this point. Yeah. But again, if there are no other examples out there, what's it going to do? Right. On that? So I don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to tell a story about Allentown, and you're going to like this one, Mr. Magazine. And this is why AI doesn't scare me. Now, I will admit, I don't use it. I do know I have to use it at some point to help me. I just am not ready to make that jump yet, but I will at some point. But I was at Allentown, and there was one dealer I bought some stuff off of on day one, on Friday, and he worked with me, and I bought from him before. I've never bought lots from him before, but he's always got some decent stuff out. So I bought some stuff from him before. Yeah. Friday. Saturday's the busy day, whatever. So Sunday morning, I said to Mrs. Paper Guy, I said, "There's a dealer over in the other room. When I get a chance, I'm going to go over to his table and see if he's willing to bulk some stuff out to me, because I believe that he seems the kind of guy that's willing to deal."
Sure.
So I'm standing there, swear to God, 10 minutes later, he comes to my table and says, "Hey, if you're interested, I got some stuff over there I want to bulk out to you." So I read him and he read me perfectly right. And I went over there and I bought a bunch of stuff off of him and was very, very happy. Then he came by 3 more times. "Here, you forgot this." "No. Here, you forgot this." "Not really. I just don't want to bring it home." Exactly. He brings a box by. "You want this box? I don't want to bring this home." So he brought three times. He brought more stuff over just off that original deal.
What if he had his wife there and she's holding the box? Oh, take this box too, and then he just
pushes her forward. Nice. The cost and amount of errors it presents doesn't really push me to use the product just yet. It'll matter of time before a free option comes out. Yeah, and again, I know that at some point, I'm not averse to using technology. I'm not averse to AI by any means whatsoever. I think it's absolutely fascinating. I think it's amazing the things that it can do. I'm just sitting back because at this point, the things that I'm listing, I don't see where it's going to necessarily help me much at this moment versus the knowledge that I have. But I'm not so stubborn and I'm not so conceited to say that that will necessarily be the case in 5 years. 5 years, I may be jumping all on board. So I'm watching everything that's going on, but I'm also not selling something like postcards. I'm not selling something like sports cards.
Let me ask you this question. You've seen my listers and, good, bad, even the good ones aren't 100%, good listings sometimes, whatever. Would this help or hurt them? Because they make mistakes as it is now. While they can control what they're listing, now they can't control it, to a certain extent.
Well, I think the biggest thing that AI is going to help you with is speed and volume is what it's going to end up helping you with.
Okay.
Then the question comes in, how much time do you want to spend editing and troubleshooting? Or do you just, in other words, do you accept an error rate and you push it all up? Or do you sit there and go through it and fix it? And it just depends on what kind of person you are and how you're set up.
We do that on Amazon really just because my lister lists 100, 200 an hour. So, it's worth the 1 or 2 issues we have every day or two or whatever. But, if it's a $50 or $100 item or higher, I would want that checked. Certain ones are worth checking. Cheaper ones, say $20 or less, whatever a threshold is, 20, 25 or less. Pump them out. Everything higher is going to be checked.
Right. So you've got a way that you can sit there and take pictures. You take 100 pictures, boom, 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 of Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. You push the button and let it fill them all in, and we're charging $9.99 each. And boom, 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 fills in off the picture what the Hot Wheel is, the numbers, the car, and all that.
Right.
Fills in all that. Fills in the condition new. Whatever the shipping is, 5 to 8 ounces. You push a button, and it gets all listed with the pictures you took. That's wonderful.
Would it work off a barcode?
I would think so, yeah.
So there's a problem right there with Amazon. Some toys from certain series and Hot Wheels and stuff with barcodes.
Oh, they all have the same.
All have the same. Sometimes you get it. Say there's a 10 Hot Wheels Dragon series or whatever. 10 of them. Well, the barcodes are the same on all 10.
Yeah, so you'd have to do a picture on them, but you have to know that going in.
Yeah, reverse it, I guess.
You'd have to know that going in, yeah, because otherwise, yep, absolutely.
Did you read this one at all or no?
It really isn't add anything the bulk lister doesn't already do. I was unimpressed with the titles, and I was not able to follow a preset or is not able to preset format reliably.
Okay.
Always have to double check AI's work. I just look at it as an added tool for research, but I know it's not the beyond. I'm going to say this, Jackie Jack, not at this point. And I think that is key. It's obviously evolving very, very quickly. And we may feel differently in 10, 15 years. Who knows? Again, the human element is nice. There's no doubt all about it. I think a lot of it depends on what you're selling. I don't think it's going to, I don't see any world, other than the machines taking over and killing us all. That would be one way. But I don't see any world in which the AI hurts my selling as far as that goes, because of the way that I'm set up with the items that I sell, with the back stock that I have, with the number of items I have listed. I don't see any world in which it hurts me. Now, the question is, how can it help me? And that's what I'm sitting and I'm watching, and I'm watching what other people are doing and letting the early adopters do all these different things. I stay in touch with Paul Carl because I know he's up there doing a lot of stuff with it. There are a couple of other people I know that know a lot of things about AI. I asked them, a couple of your employees, I asked them, and I'm sitting back and I'm watching. And at some point, I will see a definite benefit to me of jumping in with it. At this point, the question I would have for myself is, which I'll have to ask AI, is it worth my time to learn AI at this moment? Or is my time better spent doing what I'm already doing, putting up auctions on eBay and Amazon and whatnot and wherever. And at this point, my opinion is it's better spent doing what I'm currently doing while keeping an eye open on what the changes are.
Yeah.
And who knows, that may change at some point.
You can only get better. But you know who's really going to get hurt? Allen Iverson. Like, think about that. His search is going to be way low now because everyone's going to be looking for the real AI, not the nickname AI. Right?
That is true.
No, seriously. Selling stock.
There you go. I see he has a book coming out. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he's a book coming. He gave up drinking and he's been sober for 6 months now.
Wow.
So there we are.
So it's
And
not called AI.
I don't remember what the name of it is, but yep, Allen Iverson has a book. He's sober now,
Hmm.
and he said he's glad he's sober because he watches his friends or people that he knows that aren't sober, and he goes, "Ooh, I made the right choice."
Much healthier too.
Yes, absolutely.
We got that one.
The AI results do need to be taken with a grain of salt. AI told me a postcard of a men's seminary was a women's college in a different state. Oh, I love that when you type something, when you type a query into Google, and it says something like, "You may have misremembered," and I'm like, no, I didn't misremember. I'm looking at the item right here. I didn't misremember. So it's not all up to date on some of the stuff from the late 1800s. The ship is sailing on common sports cards, postcards. I haven't really seen any change in sales. Well, I was more talking the, well, you might be getting people viewing you because you're positives and all that as well. I'm just seeing a lot of cards, a lot of different sports cards up, and these are 66 tops high numbers SP single prints. They're supposed to be tough cards to find, and I'm finding 15 of them. Where back in the day you'd find 2 or 3.
Right.
I for one welcome her. I do as well, Don. You know that. I've said that any number of times. Intimidating. I'm still relying on Magic 8 Ball to make most of it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. And welcome in, Triple J.
Now they're going to be trending.
Yes, he is.
Sure.
Yep,
Why not?
absolutely.
Why not?
Oh, very good,
job.
Jackie J.
Awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Absolutely, Don. All right, everybody. Been a fun show tonight. Glad you guys were all able to make it. Unfortunately, Eric Parent wasn't able to make it, but perhaps he'll be in next week. Again, next week we're having Mr. Bigfoot from the Spike TV show. So that should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. And we will be seeing you. Check out all of the auctions, whatnot. Go buy something off me off eBay if you could, please. I'm dying over there. And do hit the like button if you could. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.